My name is Ylan Cohen, and my mom is Haitian. She's from, so on her mom's side, she's from Benin, which is in the southwest part of the country.
Got it.
And my grandpa is from, I think he's from Cape Haitian. I'm trying to, I think.
That's fine. I have no idea where exactly my grandparents.
I want to say Cape Haitian.
Okay, word. Okay.
I think maybe I'm wrong though.
It's all good. It's all good. So you're half Haitian then?
Yes, I'm half Haitian, and my dad is French, originally from Algeria, and Jewish. So Jewish from Algeria.
Got it. How exactly did they meet?
They met in France.
In France.
Yeah. At my dad's first film screening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Romantic. So you're mixed. Do you do you identify as either or, black or white, or do you just kind of,
Well, I wouldn't really say that I'm that I have like white in me. I mean, I guess I kind of do, but like the people on my dad's side are more they would look white, but then they kind of look Arabic and also kind of look like it's kind of a mix. Like my grandma, it looks super Northern African, and my grandpa kind of could pass as like a bit more European.
Got it.
But so I do identify as like black and Jewish. In my family, we have a joke. We call it voodoo. So it's like voodoo and Jewish.
Word.
So.
Hi, my name is Ashley Mango. Both my parents were born in Haiti. My mother is from Léogâne and my dad is from La Vallée in the mountains.
Word. Have you ever been to Haiti before?
I went to Haiti when I was like probably a year old. I haven't been back since. I've wanted to go back.
Got it.
Getting around to that for sure.
I'm just gonna put this a little bit. Okay. So when people ask you where you're from, do you generally identify as Haitian? Do you see like American? What?
I think that varies. I used to say that I'm Haitian, but because of sort of my, the fact that I don't speak Creole, I feel like I don't have the right to say that I'm Haitian. Like I don't have the right to claim that identity almost. Sort of like this feeling of not feeling Haitian enough that also comes up sometimes. So now I say, I grew up in Queens, but my parents are both from Haiti, so.
How interesting. I have the exact same experience where I mean, if I talk to white people, I'll be honest that I'll be like, I'm Haitian, because I know they're not gonna they probably don't even know that they speak Creole in Haiti.
Yeah.
But if I speak to other black people that I can sense would understand my culture, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, my mom is Haitian, but I grew up in DC just to like, to prevent from further questioning, to have to prove myself.
Right, and I think, I definitely somehow get the Haitian in there because I'm not gonna be like, I don't want it to be that I'm only Black American. Like, I want to make it clear that I am Haitian in some way.
Completely feel the same way.
So my name is Shadrach Pierre. My mother and father are both from Haiti, as well as most of my family. My mother is from Croix-des-Bouquets. My father is from Oka.
Okay. So have you ever been to Haiti?
Yes, I went recently, actually, again, since, for the first time since I was a kid. I went in June for 2.5 weeks. I went to La Plaine, and then I went to Croix-des-Bouquets to visit my mom's family. It was awesome. It
Yeah,
was amazing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Was that your first time seeing your mom's family in a minute, or?
A minute, yeah. Just because there are a lot of people, because in the States there are a lot of people who are from Haiti who just moved to like Jersey, New York, Boston, Florida. Those are like the places to go.
Yeah.
But besides those places, the bulk of my family is in Haiti, so it was really nice to see her side.
Got it. So when people ask you where you're from, do you identify yourself as Haitian out of the bat, or do you say American? Like,
Oh yeah, I usually just say Haitian. I know I'm American. I was born here, but since I was a kid, I was raised by my mother and my grandmother, and both of them told me, they were like, "Look, you're born in America, but you're Haitian. That's it. Like that's the end of it. At the end of the day, worst comes to worst, Trump gets elected, they send your ass back to Haiti. No, I'm just saying, I identify as Haitian, and I'm American, nationality-wise, but those are my roots.
So this is kind of complex, because like in France, I guess there was like an emphasis on like a mixed sort of identity, and it was kind of like, not that we were the first mixed family, but we were definitely like, it was still growing up in France, it was still kind of like rare and becoming sort of like the norm, like
right.
mixedness, I guess. So that kind of like always not made me stand out, but I was. It's weird because in France there's like there's no real sort of like, oh, you are black and you are
totally
white
not,
and you are, so it was kind of like, no, you just are French, I guess. But you still didn't really know what French meant. It was, in America you can be Haitian American,
right?
You can be like Senegalese American, Jewish American or whatever. In France, it's no, you're just French.
Got it.
So I guess like my identity, how I identified, came into question when I moved to America. And then I felt myself having to identify with something, and so I identified as black. But then it's more nuanced than just black, So now I guess I identify as Haitian and Jewish, American, French. I don't know. It's still like an ongoing sort of like.
No, completely. So are others kind of surprised when they find out you're Haitian, or nah?
Like when I was younger, I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. So it's a predominantly Caribbean.
Mixed Caribbean, right?
Yeah. And when I would tell people that I was Haitian, they'd be like, "Oh, really? You don't look Haitian?" And for me, I'd be like, I always would think like that was a very weird thing for people to say.
Yeah.
Like, what are these indicators that you're looking for, sort of?
Yeah.
But I guess like we all have a tendency to, see people and like, pick things about their physical appearance that like place them.
Completely.
So I don't, blame anybody for that, but I definitely would be.
How do I have to prove it to you? Exactly.
What do you mean by that? But nobody can really answer.
Usually I get, you don't look Haitian, but I don't know what that's a really problematic statement for me.
Of course.
But it is something that I hear. And then for others who kind of have known me for a while, they just like, oh yeah, that makes sense because I'm very unapologetically so Haitian. Like,
there we go.
like you'll just see pictures of Haitian flags and whatever, and me drinking barbecue. Like, I like that's my shit. But yeah, no, I definitely get some people who are like, oh, you don't look Haitian. And of course, when I was in Haiti, I was called blanc or like diaspora, which is like blanc, it's like white. It's like, oh, you're American.
So yeah, how does it make you feel when people tell you you don't look Haitian in the U.S. and then B, how does it make you feel when you're in Haiti and people are typifying you as a kind of Haitian or even lesser of a Haitian?
It's a interesting place to be in. It's not necessarily, I don't know, it's hard because what it means is that I'm not Haitian enough for Haitians and I'm not American enough for Americans. And to me sometimes, because at the end of the day, I'm still a black male and I'm very much Haitian. So when I'm here, I feel that and I am reminded of that every day. But then when I was in Haiti, it was very much like I was reminded of my privilege and I'm being American all the time. And you know, it's a weird place to be in, but I think that that's just a part of my story, and it's one of those things where I kind of have to constantly affirm myself and tell people, you know, that like I can look like this and be Haitian, and I can look like this and still be American, and it's not weird. Like when I was in Haiti, they would ask me, because I guess I have what they call good Creole, which is like another issue, because you know there are a lot of people who are like, oh, you don't speak Creole, you're not Haitian, and it's like that's not what makes you Haitian. So when I was there, because I have good Creole, they were like, oh, what part of Haiti were you born in? And you know, my mom was so proud, and I'm like, it's a good thing that I speak Creole, but I mean that doesn't qualify me.
Right.
The fact that I can speak Creole.
Right. It's an inherent identification, but
and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful part of the culture, but it's not everything.
Right.
So like, for me, like, the biggest difference for me was when I went to school. So I went to school at this school called Alcibiade de Pomerac. It's a beautiful school. It has a beautiful name too. Like it was one of the most prestigious schools in the Caribbean, and it was a public school.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't a private school. So again, like my parents were like, no, like we're not putting you like the other bourgeois in private school, you know, like we're putting you in a public school. And I was like, fuck yeah, you know, I didn't want to be with, we weren't rich, so it was like, I don't want to be around rich people, you know, like, but at the same time, I was definitely one of the most privileged there, you know, when I was in public school.
Did you ever feel that like directly just in being there?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I mean, like, the people in the village where we were living, you know, were super down with us, super friendly. I still have like people that I call my brothers there, you know, like people who are family there, and who, when I go back to Quebec, it's like everybody recognizes me from like when I lived there when I was 10, you know. I go back to Quebec, I go and buy like my Coca-Cola from like, you know, like the marchand who knows me since I was a kid, and like, you know, the fishermen all recognize us, like they all know us, we're all homies, and like, yeah, just like in the younger generation too is like, it's interesting now because you have like Facebook and like technology and stuff, so it's interesting to see how you can keep your friendships and your bonds through like technology, but the difference was when we would go to town in Jacmel, it was a completely different treatment.
Right.
Whereas I felt accepted when I was in Quebec in a fisherman village, I completely felt ostracized when I was in Jacmel and in school. Like, you know, call me blanc, call me Havette Blanche, which is like white cockroach. Call me all different sort of names, and I was super conflicted because I was like, yeah, well, I do have this privilege because like I'm not from here. I can basically, I know that I'm not going to live here for the rest of my life. I have family in France, I have family in America. I basically eat every day good. I have a cook at home, you know. We have a gardener, we have, you know, I have like 2 dogs that I feed. No, not 2 dogs. I had 1 dog and a cat. And like, you know, like,
you know,
I would go back home and like go on my like bodyboard and like go in the water and surf and like and do my homework. So like I was like, whereas some of the kids I was in school with would go back home and would have to do a bunch of, you know, chores, would have to like help their moms, you know, selling like food on the street, or even like, you know, just like it was completely, there was a complete class difference as well. So it was like racial and class as well, and I was completely aware of it. So then I was like, I was getting roasted every day in class, and I was like, I wasn't like, I felt like it was somehow like, maybe I deserve this. Maybe it's like, maybe I'll just let it ride because I am privileged, you know, and like, but at the same time I was like, but no, wait, like I was trying to feel accepted.
Right.
And I was getting bullied a lot, and like there was this one kid, Dragon.
Dragon?
Dragon.
Oh, how fitting.
Oh yeah, Dragon. Who like, he was like the biggest fucking bully, and he was hilarious. So I was like, part of me was like, damn, dude, you're hella funny, but you're also like funny at my expense. So I was like, I guess it's not that funny.
Right.
And like he would just like every day just like roast me, just like I would try to fight him, and he would just like fucking like kick my ass. Like one time I ended up like in the trash. He like flipped me and put me in the trash, and he was like my height too, but he was like hella strong and like hella,
Excuse me, sorry.
just like no. But he was like way older too, so it was again like he was 14 and I was 10, but we were in the same grade. Why? Because, you know, because probably he didn't have the money to go to school like right away and stuff like that. So I was always cognizant of those class issues when I was a kid. So I was like, oh, they're being assholes, but like I guess it's okay because they come from like a way poorer background than I do, and so yeah. But I think like at the end, I just like I identify, like, then I started identifying with the mix, with like the light-skinned people.
I remember in high school having a lot of friends who were also Haitian, because I grew up in a very, like, it's random, but a very Haitian part of New Jersey.
That's awesome.
And there were a lot of them that were perpetrating as like mixed, or as you know, they had whatever, you know, how a lot of even African Americans do with like the whole like Native American and their family, blah blah blah. And that for me was very like black skin, white masks, Frantz Fanon. Like I'm trying to identify with something that's closer to whiteness, because I can't, because being black isn't enough. So I want to be extra. I want to be Cuban. I want to be Dominican. I want to be whatever. I never was like that, because my mom and my grandma were always like, look, you're Haitian, I'm Haitian, my mom was Haitian. As far as we can remember back, you know, up the lineage, everyone is Haitian.
Right.
So it's like, that's what you are, and be proud of it, because it's, you know, a beautiful thing. So.
Right. So in your home environment, obviously it's just about your actual like lineage, as opposed to maybe being outside of your home environment. You said like your
classmates in high school, and like they were all like, there were a lot of people, and I'm just like, bro, I know your mom, I know your dad, like, I know, like, like, it's okay to be Haitian, like, it's all right.
Got you. So have you ever been called light skin or dark skin by someone else? Like you'll say, oh yeah, I'm black, and then like, oh, but you're like light skin, or oh, you're this, or oh.
Yeah, I mean, I also would consider myself dark skin. Like I know my skin is dark. I mean, I have, like, it's weird because it's like, I love how genetics work. My mom is on the fairer side, my grandma is as well, so I have like two brothers that are kind of light skinned, and then the rest of us are dark skinned because we take after our father, so I think that's like really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely say I'm dark skinned, and I don't think of those two things as like mutually exclusive. Like, you know, I'm black, I'm dark skinned, I'm Haitian, multifaceted, you know, like that's what it is. And I've never wanted to be like anything but that, because I think that's all I know. So I think that's
I get that.
Yeah.
For instance, I don't know if you're familiar with, you know, the transportation systems, like in Brooklyn, parts of Brooklyn and Queens, predominantly Caribbean drivers of the van, the dollar van system. So you can sort of run into situations on these vans that are just like very specific, or just like, it's just like you like the way you hail the van, the way you like get on the van, you have to like hurry up because you know he has to close the door because he's like competing with all the other van drivers that are coming down the avenue. And like the blasting the music in like at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's just like, you know, these sort of things. I used to be like, oh, like this is so annoying. Like, why are they doing this? Or why is the music so loud? Or like, I don't know. But now I'm sort of like embracing these more instead of like being embarrassed about it.
Feel that.
Or trying to like be on the being on the van and being like, ugh, like the music is so loud, like can you put that lower? Like just being like, this is just what it is, and like it's beautiful in its own way type of thing.
Right.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, and I think it does take I think learning to accept your blackness or yourself as a black person is so much more nuanced than people would like to assume.
I know, and so much more nuanced than like I wanted to admit for a very long time.
Completely.
Now that I go back to Haiti on a more regular basis, because my mom's there, I'm getting better at like navigating sort of like my sort of multicultural identity in Haiti, and like of course everybody assumes I'm blanc, everybody assumes I'm rich. You know, because there's that difference with like, you know, like I'm diaspora, so so it's like, what the fuck are you doing here now, you know? But yeah, I think like I'm able to navigate it on a more sort of mature level and sort of like kind of challenge that. I think that's the thing. It's like, no, bro, like
It's all about doing that.
It's about challenging that misconception also as a light-skinned person. It's like, no, but I'm still, yes, of course I'm light-skinned, but like I'm super proud of my Haitian heritage, and this is why I'm here, and this is why I'm making an effort to speak the best Creole I can, and this is why, you know, I'm trying to cook like you or play drums with you or you know, like, and
be a part of my culture.
Exactly. It is my culture, and you know, I have the right to exist here too, you know, and I think that's like when people like stop you in the street and you're like blanc caca ça sorti, you know, like they'll people, it hurts you because it's like, bro, like I get the same shit in America too, like when, you know, like it's like, so where am I supposed to fit in, like, you know? And it's like, and sometimes I'm just like, no, fuck I have like this existential crisis every time I go to Haiti. I'm like, fuck this, you know, like, why the fuck are you talking to me like that? You don't know me, like, you don't know where I'm from, you don't even know I can speak this good Creole, and they're like, oh.
It's like you prove yourself past
yeah.
just based on your looks. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So it's always that thing, like you have to prove yourself, you have to prove your Haitianness, and I'm over here like complaining about this on camera, you know, like for your thesis, and that's privilege. Like,
what I've learned is that there are going to be instances where I'm going to be at a disadvantage, and those are things that I just have to unfortunately deal with, and it's not because of me, but it is something I have to, you know, meet head on. You know, catching a cab in the city, you know, the fact that people even in my building I live in will be like scared, you know, if I'm like coming off the elevator. It's like, I live here, like, and I you know, and it's interesting to see the little microaggressions, like the things that like people don't even realize they're doing, but they're doing it because of your skin. Like they're not doing it because of anything you said or anything. It's just like looking at you. Like I said before, they've like described these specific things, like blackness is scary, it's dangerous, it's, you know, it's unpredictable, you know, it's a hoodie, you know, it's all of these things are things I have to deal with on the daily. So it's definitely at some points a disadvantage, but when I was in Haiti, I did not feel more welcome. Like I didn't feel like, I felt like I couldn't have felt more welcome, I should say. I just felt like it was just awesome to be around all of that like black excellence and like, you know, just, and what was crazy is the fact that there's so much poverty, there's so much, you know, hunger, there's so much, you know, wrong with the country of Haiti. I can't lie to you.
systemic
But there's
issues.
so much beauty, like so many beautiful things, so much beauty, so many like people who are just like, I'm gonna work as hard as I can, and I'm gonna, you know, do everything I can to enjoy my life, enjoy, you know, what I can. So it's I don't know. I would say in terms of being dark skinned, being black, being Haitian, yes, there are disadvantages, but I'd much rather focus on like the empowering aspects of it. But it can get there for sure.